I've been busy with my new job, and it would be lying if I said that I was just busy. I've also been procrastinating filming a video for like a week now, so yeah. In this video I'm going to be talking about travelling with anxiety, which I said I was going to do soon because I did travelling with a medical condition, and now I'm going to do travelling when you have anxiety. So I'm just going to talk a bit about what it feels like to travel alone when you are very anxious, and how that might feel if you don't experience it, or if you want to just see if you relate to me. And then I'm just going to give some tips on how to lessen the anxiety. Anxiety is basically a mental health condition, you probably know what it is, but where you just really struggle with everyday things like socialising, etc. And travelling alone is a big challenge. So basically in 2017 was the first time that I started travelling by myself, like on trains, tubes, and then eventually on a plane. And so I'm just going to talk a bit through how I have become more confident with it and everything, because obviously I used to just travel like with one of my parents and I never be able to do it on my own, but I flew on a plane for the first time alone in 2017. So my first tip would be to always pre-plan your route. So for example, if you have Google Maps and you're driving somewhere, just pre-plan it, put it in the sat-nav, make sure you know where you're going, because that's something that really helps me. When I first travelled alone on the tube, I got my dad to write down which lines I'd need to take. For example, if you're going on a plane, you don't really need to plan your route, for example, but it's just good to know like how to get there, or if you need to get to the airport, just know how to get there beforehand, because then you're a lot less stressed on the way if you haven't already planned it. That's something that I find helpful anyway. Number 2 would be to keep in contact with a trusted friend or relative. It can be someone that you're meeting at the train station or airport when you get to your destination. It could just be a friend who knows about your anxiety and can calm you down and distract you. I always really get someone to meet me, like if I'm going to a convention or something, so I'll just be messaging them, and a lot of my friends are really supportive and they know about my anxiety, so if I ever needed them on a train journey, I know they'd be there for me, or plane journey. Another example of that is, shout out to Olivia, her and her friend Kelly, when we were in Rome, they met me at the airport and I didn't even ask them to, so I was like, that really helps because anxiety mood. Okay, number 3 is to make a list / checklist when you're packing, because there's nothing worse than thinking you've forgotten something or actually forgetting something, especially if you're going abroad, because once my dad came in my room and he was like, oh, have you got your passport? And it was still in my wardrobe. So it's really important to make a little checklist just in your phone or on paper, whatever's easiest. I like doing it on my phone, so I just put like passport, medication, clothes obviously, all things you need to do. So I'd be like, print out boarding passes, print out prescriptions, buy this, buy that, da da da. So yeah, that really helps, because then you know what you need. Once you've ticked it, you know you've got it as well, so that's really helpful to calm down like the little anxieties that are going on in your brain. Number 4 would be bring something that calms you down and keeps you calm. So for example, music. I find music really helps. That's something that can keep me occupied and distract me. I also just like staring down at my phone, because that's just something that distracts me from everything going on around me. So I'd recommend colouring book, just anything that keeps you occupied and distracted from anxiety, that can calm you down, like listen to music, call a friend, something like that. Keep something with you that you know you can go to if you are getting a bit stressed and anxious. Number 5, this is one that I do a lot, is get to your destination, well, not your destination, but get to the airport, the train station and everything early, because I always think there's nothing worse than when you're rushing, because then you're even more anxious and you've got all these things going on in your head and you're like, oh my god, I've got to be here and here, and you're like well stressed. So I always go to the airport like at least 2 hours early, because then you know you can go through security and everything, you can just relax, you can think about what you've got to be doing, and you can just do it all slowly instead of like rushing. Obviously you can't help it, like if you've got a train connection that is like 5 minutes, because when I go to London sometimes there's one, literally you have 5 minutes to get to the next train and it's on the other end of the platform. So like, that's the worst thing for someone who has anxiety and like is the most unexercised person. Well, not the most, but like honestly, like, I just can't even breathe the time I'm sitting on that train. But then I feel really proud because I got in there and I'm like, I'm like trying not to act like I'm dying. Everyone around me who looks fine, and I'm just like, so yeah, get there early. If you can't get there early, then blame the train lines, because yeah. And my last one I'm going to do at number 6 is, I don't know if you've tried it before, but I take a 1 or 2 rescue remedy. They come in a little like lozenge pack. I know you can get drops for your tongue, and they just include vitamins inside them and not chemicals, but you know what I mean, that sort of just clear your brain, calm it down a little bit, like give clear thinking, which I don't even know, like it could, well, it must have been scientifically proved to work, but then again, in your brain it could be psychological, like you could take in this thing and you're like, oh, I'm going to be calm. But I just like taking it with peace of mind. Obviously it's not for everyone, but if you want to try it, then try it. Also let me know if you've tried any ones. Like, I know you can get ones called Calms as well, so let me know if you guys have tried some and they worked for you, or if they haven't worked. Okay, so that's that, and I am going to be doing a separate video for travelling when you're autistic. To be honest, they are quite interlinked because anxiety and autism are quite co-occurring. So because they kind of occur, like, not always one in one, but they often come hand in hand together, then I might do another video speaking more about the autistic kind of side of it, but I might not, because a lot of the feelings that I experience are anxiety, and a lot of them are autism, and like mixed together in a little sandwich. So yeah, if you relate, comment down below, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed that metaphor, simile, analysation, I don't know. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm sorry that I haven't posted in so long, and I hope that video was okay, and sorry for my sister bursting in, which is going to be probably in the end of the video, so enjoy that little segment. I will be back soon. Comment down below if you have any ideas for me to do next. I might do a cystinosis video next, or I probably might actually be reviewing Endgame, because that comes out next week and I can't wait to cry. Thanks guys, love you, bye. Fit. I forgot I was on record. So that's about it really. I also just wanted to say at the end, I am going to do a separate video. I don't really know what I'm doing. A separate. Oh my god! Why? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't posted in 100 years. I have a new job now, and I'd like to say I've been busy, but actually I've been busy and procrastinating at the same time. So that's why. And I was not going to wear my glasses because my eye makeup, but I'm actually going to have to. Okay, so, go away. I know you're watching me now. Leave! Anyway. So yeah, that's that, and I am going to do... Shut up! I am going to be doing